Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Never Ending Kit. This is the very first layout I'm going to be doing with the kit. I still have everything here and I have all of these goodies over here as well. I did go ahead and decide to pull the Leavenworth photos from May 2023. Obviously, I have a lot of them. I've got my kit, got my photos, got my wine, so let's see what I can do. So I am going to grab the papers and do a quick flip through for two reasons. One, I don't remember everything that I put in this kit because it's a lot. And two, I just wanted to kind of find something that I felt would go. I ended up going with this paper. This paper is probably one of the ones I liked the least out of the main character energy collection. And it's just because it's very folksy to me, right? Like it has that very folksy feel. However, it totally works with Leavenworth, which is a Bavarian town, right? Like it works with it. So I decided I'm going to get that paper out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and trim down this purple cardstock that is also in the kit. And I'm going to use this as a photo mat. So I'm going to put my two photos down. Now this is a photo of the horse that we rode behind in the horse-drawn carriage. This is the front of the horse, and then I have the horse's butt, which their tail was braided up beautifully with a big old bow. And if you look really close at the photo, you can see the little hanging poop bag that is underneath of it. So when they go poop, it's not going all over the street, it is hanging out in that bag. So I went ahead and also pulled out the 6x8 paper pad, and I'm giving that a flip through, just trying to figure out what exactly I really want to use on this paper. So my background is stupid busy, you guys, so I felt like I had to have something with a little bit larger of a pattern, so that you would be able to have that differentiation between the two papers, and the sizes are different enough so that everything doesn't meld together, because I really didn't want that to happen. Like I didn't want everything to happen. Now this is the white cardstock that I'm using now that Close to My Heart is going out of business and closing their doors. And I really like how this cuts in a die cut machine, and I like how it reacts with mixed media. The only drawback is that it is in paper pad form, so you do get a tear-off strip. And the tear-off strip, this one's crooked. This pad has a crooked tear-off strip on it, which is fine, right? If I want to use it for die cutting or if I'm cutting it up or anything like that. But now that I have cut this down so that the tear-off strip is cut off and it's completely straight, my paper is now 11 3/4 by 12. Like I said, it's fine. I am not going to stop using this paper because one of the paper pads of it that I have has gone and cut itself crooked. I'm not stressing out about it. But anyway, this is the paper that I'm using. It is definitely cheaper than the White Daisy, but I like it, so I'm going to keep on using it until if I find something else that works for me. But this is what I'm going to do. So I take that cloud paper and I go ahead and cut it so that it is cut at the 3-inch mark. So that I have 3 inches on one side and 5 inches on the other. And I spread it across the 12 by 12 or the 11 3/4 by 11 3/4 paper. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that photo across, and you would never even know that that paper doesn't go from top to bottom. Right? Like it just doesn't really show off. So now I'm going to pull out things out of this little embellishment thing. So this is a Sterilite container that I got years and years and years ago. I have since moved on for long-term storage of my embellishments. I no longer use this one because it doesn't seal very well and things move around all the time. I have since moved to DeWalt, Yes, the tools storage cases that I really love, and they hold a lot. So I'm using those, and this one was just kind of chilling. So I thought this would be good to use for my kit, right? Right. So I am trying to figure out a cluster down here. And I liked the Everyday Happy. I liked the colors in it. It kind of coordinates with the colors in the background paper. And then I liked that Hey speech balloon, where I'm going to cut off the part that makes it a speech balloon. Not the biggest fan of speech balloons. Sometimes I like them. This time, definitely not. And I was going to have it say Everyday Happy and then Hey, hello, horse butt, because there's a big old horse butt in the photo, right? But then I decided I wasn't going to do that, even though I think it would be hilarious. But I am going to figure out where I want this to go. I'm going to use this camera flare and also a wood veneer heart. And then, of course, I've got those pre-tied, really pretty bows that I'm going to use as well. I decided to bring in this metal rimmed tag up at the top, and it is in purple, because there's a good amount of purple in this kit, and that makes me stupid happy, you guys. So when I had this Hey chipboard, I had originally had the inside of the H and the inside of the Y, along with the inside of that E. I have no idea where the inside of the H and the Y are, but I felt like when I left the inside of the E off, it wasn't clearly, like it didn't clearly portray itself as the word hey, it just felt a little bit off and weird. So I'm going to bring in a chipboard banner right here. I'm going to overlap that camera. Oh wow, words are failing me in here. And then I felt like the photograph and the little cluster, title cluster thing that I was building right here, it was feeling a little bit weird, right? Like the entire bottom border was basically visible from underneath of that hay, because I did not want the purple to show through on the H of the hay. So I kept it down low, but I felt like I needed to kind of cover that up. And I'm looking through these thickers, and I'm just trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to do. So I found this thicker that said hi, and I really liked how that looked. So I'm going to overlap that on the hay chipboard sticker as well. I'm going to put that blue bow over here underneath of Everyday Happy, just because the way I like the way it looked, you guys. That's nothing besides that. And then I'm going to bring in this label sticker, and I kind of, it's a very thin label sticker, so I was able to just kind of press it down to show where I want it to cut it, because again, I didn't want you to be able to see it underneath of that hay chipboard sticker. So now I've got that weird area covered up, and I'm feeling good about it. And then I'm like, you know what, I can decorate with some words in here. So I grab these LA Studios, and I'm going to kind of put them over top of the layout right here. It says enjoying the view, which I think is hilarious when the view is a horse butt. And it says here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get those down there. And now I need to get my flare adhered to my page. So the inside of the flare is kind of concave, like it's dented in. There's no flare backer to it. So I'm going to use two different heights of pop foam. One height is, my thicker height is going to go all over the back of it, and then I'm going to put on the thinner pop foam over top of the thicker pop foam so that it will lie flush when it is over top of that hay chipboard sticker. So it takes me a hot second to get those foam bits inside of the button, or the flare button, and then it takes me a second to figure out where exactly I want that flare button to be. So I go ahead and tuck it here. Normally I would cover up the join where the Everyday Happy, the hay, and the banner kind of meet together, I would normally cover up that join. However, I really wanted it to nestle within the word hey, so that was more important to me. As you guys know, I like nestling things, and I also like covering up joins. Nestling it was way more important to me than covering up the join. Now I'm going to do a little decorating up here at the top. Like I said earlier, I have this purple metal rimmed tag and the wood veneer heart. Kind of has that same folksy feeling as the background paper. This is the first time I'm opening up this package, so I am going to staple it to its backer. That way I can throw away the packaging and throw it into my kit and be completely fine with it. I'm going to put this pink puffy word sticker, it says adventure, over top of the heart. And then I've got the heart layering up. And originally I was going to tie a bow with some twine and put it in here, but I was like, you know what? Girl, you've already got the bows. They're already pre-made. Just throw that sucker up there. So that's exactly what I did. And then, of course, I hit my camera a few seconds. So there was that we had to deal with. So I'm going to adhere this with Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. That's going to really make it stick to the where I don't have to worry about it really popping off or anything like that. And then, of course, I'm going to pop a little bit more of that stuff in the tag hole so we don't have a naked tag hole. And then I even decided to glue a little bit of that puffy word sticker there. I am going to journal about how we loved riding along in the horse-drawn carriage. It was just a really slow, magnificent ride, even when the horse didn't want to go. The horses are very well trained. They barely are guiding them. The horses, it's a circular route. Like, the horses know what they're doing. And there was once where we were going, the horse just did not want to go, and she was like, "Come on," and doing that and all that kind of stuff. And that horse just stood there, and she's like, "Okay, let's go, come on." And the horse went and started walking in her own good due time. She did it when she wanted to. So I thought that was hilarious. I'm going to add the date in here up at the top right there. And then I thought this layout was finished, but as I'm standing up to turn off the camera, I decided it needed a little bit of Shining, Shimmering, Splendid. So I grabbed my Brutus Monroe Chroma Mist, and I'm going to do just a few little droplets around each of these clusters. That top one, I don't even know if you could technically call it a cluster, but there's the horse butt, you guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoy the Never Ending Kit as much as I think I'm going to enjoy it. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.